You ever notice how some people guard their money like it's their firstborn child? Like they'll split a dinner bill down to the cent, calculate the exact tax on their portion, and Venmo request you for that extra French fry you stole? Yeah, those people. But here's the twist. It's not actually about the money. It's about something way deeper and honestly kind of sad when you think about it. Let's be real. We all know someone who treats their bank account like it's a living, breathing relationship. They check it obsessively. They panic when it dips. They feel personally betrayed when they have to spend it. And God forbid you ask to borrow 20 bucks because suddenly you're requesting a kidney. But here's where it gets wild. Psychologists say this behavior isn't about being cheap or financially responsible. Nope. It's about emotional substitution. What? Yep. These people are literally using money as a stand-in for love, security, and self-worth. Because somewhere along the line, they learned that money is more reliable than people. Think about it. Money doesn't leave you. It doesn't cheat. It doesn't forget your birthday. It just sits there in your account, being loyal and predictable, which is more than you can say for your ex. So naturally, if you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, inconsistent, or just flat out unavailable, you start looking for stability elsewhere. And money is the ultimate stable relationship. It's quantifiable. You can see it grow. You can control it. And most importantly, it can't hurt you emotionally unless you let it go. So you don't. You hoard it. You protect it. You treat every dollar like it's the last hug you'll ever get. But here's the thing. This doesn't just show up as being frugal. Oh no. It escalates into full-blown psychological territory. Studies from Yale found that people who equate money with emotional security are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and intense fear of loss. Because when money becomes your emotional anchor, losing it feels like losing yourself. That dinner bill you split, that's not just $5. That's $5 of your self-worth walking out the door. That friend who didn't pay you back, they didn't just forget, they betrayed you. And suddenly every financial transaction becomes an emotional transaction, and you're exhausted because you're treating your checking account like a therapist who never sends you a bill but somehow still disappoints you. So what happens? You become that person, the one who can't enjoy anything because you're too busy calculating the cost. You go on vacation but spend the whole time stressing about the exchange rate. You get a raise, but instead of celebrating, you immediately panic about taxes. You're at brunch with friends, and while everyone's laughing and ordering mimosas, you're silently doing mental math and wondering if this friendship is worth the avocado toast premium. And the worst part, you know you're doing it. You know it's weird, but you can't stop because letting go of money feels like letting go of control. And control is the only thing keeping you from falling apart. But guess what? The irony is brutal. By treating money like love, you're actually pushing away real love. Because nobody wants to be in a relationship with someone whose idea of intimacy is a shared spreadsheet. Your friends stop inviting you out. Your partner feels like they're dating a financial advisor. And you end up alone with your perfectly balanced budget, wondering why money didn't fill the void like you thought it would. Because here's the truth. Money can't hug you back. It can't laugh at your jokes. It can't tell you it's proud of you. It just sits there. And no matter how much you accumulate, it'll never be enough to replace what you're really looking for. Research shows that people who break this cycle do it by relearning trust. Not with money, but with people. They start small. Treating a friend to coffee without keeping score. Spending on an experience without calculating the ROI. Letting someone else pick up the check without mentally noting the debt. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. It feels reckless. But slowly they realize that generosity doesn't make them poor. It makes them human. And that the real wealth isn't in their account. It's in the moments they stop counting. So if you're out there clutching your wallet like it's the only thing that's ever loved you, maybe it's time to ask yourself what you're really protecting. Because money's great and all, but it's a terrible replacement for connection. And the people who figure that out, they're the ones who end up rich in ways that actually matter. So hit that like button if you've ever done the math on a gift before buying it and then felt like a terrible person. Subscribe for more psychology that gently calls out the weird stuff we all do but pretend is totally normal. And drop a comment telling me the pettiest thing you've ever done over money because I need to know I'm not alone in this chaos. See you next week with another deep dive into why we're all low-key a mess. And hey, maybe buy yourself something nice today. Your bank account will survive.